What is up, guys? Da, 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 da. All right, that was cringe. We're gonna be looking at the dark net, guys. We're gonna go on here and see cool stuff. And then play some magic. Yeah, that's gonna be good time, fun times. We like good times. We like fun times, and we like Tor. And Tor is based and cool. You have to remember that look. So this isn't like my own idea. It is. It came from my brain, but it was brought to my attention. Where is it? FBI open up. I love her Bush. That is a pretty funny name, actually. I do love that meme too. It is pretty funny. I love her. That's truly the most Giga Chad username you could have. I'm gonna have to find this. Oh man, what are we researching today? So there's this thing called the Nihilist blog where they talk about reasonably good opsec, which is based in what you want, and we get to see maybe some schizophrenic sites where people have their own opinions. Trying to remember. Okay. Oh, nice. Even better than OPSEC Bible. It's called the Hitchhiker's Guide to OPSEC or something. The Spider-Man meme. That's another good one. That's another banger meme, honestly. Are you going nowhere? Meta hack liberty and void. Nothing matters. Overcoming nihilism. Damn, what a fucking. By the way, are you an FBI agent? Well, of course not. I would never. I would never lie. Damn. I'm gonna have to deeply search for this link. Wait, I can just send it to myself. The thing is like good OPSEC always comes down to having a So, let me see what it's called. I think I have Tor opened up somewhere. Nowhere. What's it called? It's called My Bows, The Hitchhiker's Guide to Anonymity. I remember I had this somewhere. Can I spell today? Wow, Rust, mirror case of takedown. Rust mentioned.
Have you heard? Reading glasses are outdated. A new technology for the elderly. Nothingness is here. From now on, you can play with your cell phone. Watch.
See, I need to get the pumps up for Twitch so that I can become a sellout, guys. Hitchhikers, welcome to Hitchhiker's Guide. Please share the project. Might think be anonymous plans to collective volunteers. Desk over. Nope. Is this it? I2 based matrix bar quitch ask signal ask. Okay. What up, Playboy? Unconfirmed sense SS. Sus? What's going on, man? We're looking. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it. Hauling you into the stream area. We're only a few minutes, man. 8 minutes before it takes a shit and resets itself because Restream is complete ass. And I smoked a big doink. You use Tails, or I do use Tails. I think Tails is reasonably secure. Heard of EFF Ray Hunter? Yeah, the EFF Ray Hunter is very cool. It's like $20, and it's by the EFF's maybe it is this. Are you streaming from somewhere else or restreaming it on YouTube? I am restreaming it on YouTube and also Twitch. It's both. Uncommon sense. Okay, I think nope, this doesn't look like it. Is this? Onion site not found. Damn. Nice. I recently created a script that helped you use I2PD and Onion at the same time. Nice. Okay. Gotta find it, gotta find it, gotta find it. Maybe? No, that's not it. Sleeping cat? I do love that cat. Okay. That is not it. If I saw it, I would know. Maybe I should have prepared. But what's the point of preparing? Hitchhiker's Guide to Anonymity. Okay. Maybe I'll just do the old. Maybe it's under here. YJS on? Because it's, I don't care. I don't care if I get de-anonymized on shit that I know. Like, oh no, JavaScript's gonna expose my banana bread recipe. If you do care, absolutely, 100%. Disable JavaScript. Fuck JavaScript. Okay. Let me just do this. Skip to content, PGP tool. Link. Oh, nah. Dark net link. Remember, fuck JavaScript. Try using search or some shit. Try that search. Maybe you find it there. Yeah. No, this isn't here. I do like this. Oh, CRX engine. Yeah, CRX is pretty nice. It might lead me to the right place. It might lead to the wrong place. Where is it? Microsoft Edge is still slower than Brave even after a 9% speed boost. True. I do have to check this out at some point. I'm gonna bookmark that. Or try it. Oh yes, I forgot about that. Contact me. Automatic dark mode. There should always be dark mode. Dark mode should be the default, to be honest. You can file a claim for 23andMe and hand those fucking retards money, more information over. Agreed. Yeah, fuck light mode. All my homies hate fucking light mode. God, what is it? I think it's Darknet Live. Yep, dark web live daily. Light mode is gay. Light mode is gay. Ah, damn it won't work that way. Dark net live. There we go. Maybe it'll be here. And I know you're an FBI agent because I can sniff you. I don't know what emoji that is. Okay. I don't know what these emojis are. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a boomer when it comes to the emoji gang. Me neither. I'm just sending random emojis. Based. Okay. Okay. Maybe quantum Salem. Search. Dig. Dread. Ramble. Russian court. Sentence kidnapping of Hydra Marketplace. Super Bay. Super Bay. Enchant. I do love Enchant. By the way, what do you do IRL if you don't mind me asking? What do I do in real life? Like SDE. Oh, what I do is like for my living, for my income. I kind of work in sales. Oh, here it is. I found it. Hell yeah. Oh no, no, I do none of that. I'm just an average person. That's why. That's like what my core audience is like. I'm just a normal guy. You know what I mean? And I think that this should be obtainable to like everyone. I think everyone has the right to learn this kind of stuff in general, and it's good information. And I think it sucks because when people see like really technical people that understand something the first time around and then explain it, that doesn't always make people want to jump ship to like that route. So I'm doing it from like a normie perspective. Oh, you're a security. I don't know what an SDE is. Is that a saucy huge erection? Oh, software develop engineer. Are you a Java engineer? Because if you're a Java engineer, get the fuck out of here. Java engineers are not needed. No, fuck Java. I can code in anything but AI. Prefer Python and Go. Boo on Go. By the way, no, sorry, boo on Python. Boo Python. All my homies hate Python. Base Rust. Rust mentioned everyone. Everyone put in the W's in the chat for Rust mentioned. Go based. Blazingly fast. So operational security, privacy, anonymity, deniability. Sensitive use, you are able to I do Java, what happened? Fuck Java. I'm a Java hater, especially JavaScript. So we're gonna do this the right way. We're gonna go the safest and remove JavaScript because JavaScript is balls. And then we're gonna make sure that's reloaded. Python is not bad. I had a bad experience with Python recently, so I'm a Python hater. Um, I'm a Java hater. I'm a Python hater. I'm a Rust enjoyer, and sometimes Go. Nah, bro, I'm telling you, it's one of the best languages to code and out there. If you're beginning, it is not serious or any coding to start from Python. You can literally build anything. Yeah, of course it's easy to build, but you can still hate it. The guy on YouTube is asking him to come to Twitch. Um, Twitch. True. It's a free world. It's free world in minutes. It is a free world. I think Twitch is fine. I would like to go on like Kick or like Rumble, maybe Rumble, but like Kick more, but because I can say the word fuck without the fear of YouTube. Todd, you are an FBI agent. The fact that you're in sales makes it sus. I don't know, man. It's not like a preferred thing. It's not preferred. I'm just good at it. You know that job that like think of a job you had that you were really, really fucking good at. Like deep down, you're like, I'm really good at this, but I fucking hate it. And you just do it for the money. That's it. But I have a lot of I have a lot of hobbies outside of my work. My work is like zero identity. I actually so fun fact, a lot of people I don't think they know this. And I learned this a long time ago. If YouTube doesn't end up being a cunt. YouTube's a real cunt when you use Tor. So Ghost is pretty sick. My old gaming site was based on Ghost. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Thanks to Sam Bent, the real homie, who turned me onto it. There is an opportunity where I could host something. Okay, YouTube's being a cunt. So DistroTube, the YouTuber DistroTube, DT, I found out, I think years ago, he is not actually in the tech space. He did like retail management or something for like a grocery store. If you want to use YouTube without oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I got JavaScript disabled. Fuck JavaScript. But DistroTube had a really, really cool talk where people asked him like, hey, like, are you into like in the tech industry? And he's like, fuck no. He would hate it. And I get it. It sounds awful. He said it sounds awful, like doing this, like having these hobbies outside of his like work was like which I'm again like I'm kind of paraphrasing is makes complete sense. Imagine doing this as your job and then going on YouTube and talking about it. It's kind of like no different when I play simulation. Go to NVIDIA's YouTube on DuckDuckGo, and then you will see Onion Link. There's okay. Yeah, I forgot about NVIDIA's. Sometimes I'm just a simple man that just goes to websites that I know. My brain, like I still say like Google it to people, and I barely use Google. I barely use like Google's search engine. It's very, very, very super rare. Sometimes because like Firefox by default in Cubes OS uses it. Make bookmarks, man. I have a bookmark server, man. My bookmark server serves me the bookmarks that I want to remember, not that I can't remember, not the stuff that I don't need to remember. Self-hosting no longer maintained. F. Hack the box no longer maintained. F. Let's go here. Low key. Oh, these are latest. The true goal of cryptocurrency. Why I should use Unix for self-hosted services. File verification. Realistic opsec makes sense. Why can't I use Signal chat to chat anonymously? I think that this is my thing is people always make the phone number requirement. I don't think it's a problem. By the way, where do you buy Monero, no KYC or Bitcoin? So there is so this is what I do. I host a Bitcoin node, Lightning node. I have my own Lightning node I host. And I use that on this site. And I want it to be perfectly clear about this. If you buy Monero, if you buy something KYC'd, aka Bitcoin, and you exchange it for Monero, you're fine. 99 point, like Monero's privacy is so good. I could say you're 99.99% fine. You could buy Bitcoin it's very difficult to actually get Bitcoin very anonymously. Just buy it KYC'd, make it easy, and then exchange it for Monero. I use these guys. You have to use, if you live in the US, you have to use a VPN. You have to go outside of your, don't do the site. This is the site that you want to go to. So they have low fees. They accept Lightning. I buy Lightning, KYC or not. I send that Lightning to my personal node. I take that node and I use it to spend on here. Oh wait, nope. Is this it? Are these the guys? Yes. Bitcoin into Cake Wallet exchange. Yeah. You can send it to Cake Wallet and do the exchange there. That's fine. But I would highly recommend host your own node that you connect to. The transactions are faster. The transactions are more private. They're cheaper. There are some public nodes that you can use, but you have to remember that you're giving them a trust, and you don't want to trust them. You want the least amount of trust. You should run your own node. I will drive that into the ground. I will always recommend everyone to run their own node. Go literally buy a Raspberry Pi. It takes. Do you have documentation on your Discord about the process? About what process? Running your own Monero node, or how I get Bitcoin anonymously? Because if that is something that somebody wants, I'll do it. How to get Bitcoin and Monero anonymously? Yeah. If you want good opsec documentation, I can do it. In terms of like getting Bitcoin anonymously, there's no real good way to get Bitcoin anonymously, completely honest. Lightning is the more private option. You're setting up an XMR node, you mean? I already have one. I have an XMR node. I have my own Monero node that's separate. You can use the Monero wallet to be your Monero node. It's heavy. No. Host your own. Do not use somebody else's. But if you want a simple way of getting Monero, I would never. So if you want a simple way of getting Monero really, really private, I know you're kidding. I know you're not. No one's this retarded. But, quick ADHD side ramp. It's built on Tor. It's built on Monero. It's decentralized, non-custodial. There's no fees. Easy to use. Supports Monero. You install it. And you can do non-custodial decentralized exchange platform. Or you can do Monero. So hot. Yes, you can do it on a Pi. It's just going to take. Yeah, Havana is very good. I think I'm saying it wrong. So you could do an XMR node on a Pi. It just takes a really long time. It would be preferred to do it on like one of those micro PCs, like those desktop, really small micro PCs, and have a lot of storage. You can do it on a Pi. It's not impossible. It just takes longer for it to do its syncing. Its syncing is really long. Or you can do this. If you want a more private way, I have an old laptop. You can do it on an old laptop. So you go to downloads, you can go to get started, what it is, accepting, contributing, mining, frequent asked questions. Right here, you can do this with all advanced features. You can set it up as its own. Oh yeah, like a Nook or some shit. Yes, do a Nook. Be very careful never to expose that anything important to the internet because I do not know this. I've heard terrible things about their like BIOS security and just in general hardware security, and is pretty awful. Not like memeing, just I won't even take the risk. Advanced mode, you can pretty much features, you could set this up as its own node. Like this could be, you can use the Monero GUI wallet as a node and connect to it and send all your, you can pretty much make it its own remote node. This is the wallet I use on Tails. It's great. I love it. It's very simple. It forces everything through Tor. It's pretty much made for Tails. This is my favorite wallet. I use this a lot, and it gives you multiple addresses. It's awesome. Yes, mobile. I use Stack Wallet because it has an option for routing everything through Tor. Yeah, Feather is perfect. It's flawless. It never fails. I have a good. I've had nothing but a good experience. Monero.com wallet is good, made by Cake. You can do remote signatures are private. I have set up the Trezor to use it. It's not user friendly, to be completely honest. The documentation's kind of shitty. And with Exodius dropping it, why Tails, not just Unix though, Cubes or Parrot. Tails has actual true amnesic operating system, Unix. Through Unix through Cubes OS can be forensically investigated. You only have one option to stop this. There is no actual disposable VM in Cubes, and this is from them and their documentation. They're both good things. They just have two different results. Which Trezor you rocking? I can't tell you, but it's one of them. I like Trezor, but Cubes OS itself cannot dispose a VM securely like Tails can do, to be completely honest. Now there's something called Buzzkill. Buzzkill is supposed to be able to shred a VM. Buzzkill is a deadman. It's a deadman switch. It's secure. It's simple. It's open source. Cubes is good, but it takes a lot of resources. Tails is best if you want truly an amnesic operating system where it's going to wipe everything. It does have persistent storage, which you have to use in order to have Feather Wallet, and so you don't have to memorize your fucking your private keys, like your seed phrase. It does not take as much resources as everyone. I ran Cubes OS with 6 gigs of RAM for the longest time. Trusting software is so meh. Persistence is good in Tails and very secure. Yeah, they do a good job. The problem is, Cubes, the resource thing argument is not true. I ran definitely with 6 gigs of RAM for a very long time before I upgraded to 16. 32 would be nice, but I could get if I got away with 8 gigs. No, I'm not kidding. I had maybe 1 or 2 VMs. Now I have 16. I'm like, I feel like I just hit the lottery. I'm like, ooh, I can do a little extra. Like, I don't think Cubes is resource intensive as everyone makes it out to be. I've never had a bad experience like that. I've never had my fucking laptop, because when I looked into it, only has 1 DIMM, so I can't expand it. What's my for my laptop? It's a Lenovo ThinkCentre with like an i7, 16 gigs of RAM, some integrated graphics, and then my desktop. I can just show you. I have a NVIDIA GeForce 3070, 16 gigs of RAM. My laptop is shit. Apparently. Yeah, I have a Ryzen 7. I want to sell my honestly. I want to sell my NVIDIA graphics card. It has nothing to do with even the capabilities of it right now. I just do not like fucking NVIDIA for their ship relationship with Linux. Sell it to me. I will 100% sell my once I get the fundings. I will sell my GPU to anyone who wants to buy it at a very fair price, like lower than. I really don't even. I have to come up with a price in my head first, but I'm gonna definitely do it below what the market is asking for it because I think anyone should be able to get a GPU. I prefer it in Monero too, to be completely honest. Let's see. What is a NVIDIA 3070 going for? $1? No. Let's not be retarded. Price. You win at $5. It is. It's funny. I bought this during COVID at price too. Like I didn't get raped. Man, fuck y'all. So it's going for $340 still, which is crazy. No, that's a 3060. Hit you with the $5. Damn you, access denied. Eat my balls, internet. Let's see. Let's see if we're human. Are you a robot? Those websites are fake. Trust me, the real price is $50. I figured. And the 3070 is fine, like 8 gigs of VRAM. Damn, 350 still. That does sound fake. That's crazy. That's crazy. 5 years old and they're still selling it for like 350. So current retail price. Wow, this is a people love us on Trustpilot. Trustpilot's so fucking fake. One place said I wouldn't get diarrhea from a place, and I got diarrhea. Check eBay. Yeah, I just hate eBay for some reason. I'm gonna set up a Monero market. I'm gonna set up something on Monero market at some point. Yeah, Trustpilot is cringe. I think most of that shit's fake. It's like about tree fitty. Goddamn monster. Owe me Loch Ness monster. Owe me 350. By the way, you want a mod in Discord? Sure. I don't like the idea of mods being in Discord because oh wait, I wrote 350. God damn it. Because it's free labor. Damn, people are still asking fucking 375. That's crazy. Ooh. All right, guys. Now that I see the price, this is what I'm selling it at. This is the one I want to get. Give me for 100. Hey yo, is there a stream in another platform as well, or is this YouTube? Another platform. I'm streaming both on Twitch and YouTube. Saw streams. What is it? Does Best Buy still hate me? Will they let me on? Yeah, bro, it's on Twitch and restreaming it here. I do both because I owe loyalty to no company. If I could theoretically cover the cost for restream, I don't want to pay $16 a month straight up. I don't want to pay $16 a month straight up, but restream if I ever get to that point, I'd like to do that, like stream on this and Twitch at the same time. No, this Twitch and Kick. So I can show zero loyalty. So I can say Is Kick still paying everybody who does more than 30 hours a week or whatever? Probably not. That shit's definitely fake. There's definitely TOS. There's definitely massive TOS for that. I mean, I'm not monetized either way. I just think it's funny. What's up, Ravish? Because I want to be able to say the word fuck with no. I don't want Twitch. I don't want Jeff Bezos to come to my house and eat my children. Okay. Convert Monero into other cryptocurrencies anonymously. Ew, Litecoin. Boo, Litecoin. How to get your first Monero? Why should I self-host my own services? Well, we know why. But the thing is, people don't realize self-hosting comes with it comes with such a risk of like data corruption. I back up my shit very paranoid wise. Like all right, 150. 150. How about 175? Lots of responsibilities. Yeah, I self-host a lot of shit, and I don't think people realize how much I back up my shit, like constantly, because I'm paranoid, because I don't want data corruption. What my favorite meme. This is my favorite programming meme. It's like the submarine. Oh yeah, real men. This is the one. This is the one. There's a step guide on saying that. Yeah. This is my favorite meme. That I test in production too. Ill. Yeah. I mean, setting up a Monero node's not hard. There's enough guides out there, and Seth for privacy does as well. He has good advice. Setting up your own Monero node is pretty easy. It's just time. How much storage are you running in your self-hosted? 7, almost 20 terabytes. I have about 20. Yeah, I have about 20. Wait, hold on. Let me think. Usable. I have about 14 because I have the way I set up my RAID system. But I have probably more than 20 terabytes. I just buy hard drives from. I'd have more, but like the server I got is a long story, but it's not important. Rust or SSD? Spinning drives, baby. SSD? Okay, dude, I'm not rich. Fuck you. I just go to what's the name of the site? First I go here for my information. Oh, okay, you're running like RAID 3 or something. I think so. I can't remember. ACL's guys with a B setup, bro, is definitely an FPU. I go to Backblaze hard drive report drive stats. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have like 5 servers. One of them, it was definitely overkill for the house, and that's why I had to fucking shut it off. I had to shut it off because it was too loud. But this is an HP issue. I'm about to go into rant mode. This is like the where I get angry. HP has something called. All right, bro, I gotta go cook. You have a nice day. You have a nice day too. Enjoy your cooking. This is my fucking rant mode though. I literally bought an HP server. I'm like, this is gonna be fine. This is gonna be great. It has like 24 cores, 100 and like 60. No, 100 like I think like 256 gigs of RAM or something. Got on a fucking killer deal. The fucking retards send it to me. Wrong description. Missing caddies. Missing drives. Nothing there. Like whatever. So I buy the drives, and the eBay person was like, Reddit has some good information on buying drives cheap. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm like, I actually got banned from. There are data hoarders because I called someone retarded, and I'm not even joking. I call it because they said something, and I'm like, you're retarded. Like we got into a disagreement. I called them retarded, and then they kicked me out, and I was like, whatever. Um, I think it was called PC Heaven or Haven or something. 7K in 7K dB of fans. Database of fans. Yeah. So I'm oh yeah, it's decibel of fans. Yeah, for real. So like I get the HP server. Apparently, this is an issue. If you get the wrong drives, it will kick on something called the sea of sensors. Oh, you're right. It is data hoarders. I think it was data hoarders. I called someone retarded, and they're like, "You're out." They completely like. I still can't go on that site. That subreddit. I'm kind of pissed too because it's one of my favorite subreddits. So I get the sea of sensors. It literally kicks on. Yeah, no 7K decibels. Yeah, the sea of sensors on an HP G7 server literally will fucking kick on because it's the quote unquote wrong drives, and it has something to do with Lilo. Something. Yeah, I never figured it out. I went through like form after form after form after form after form. I'm talking hours of like searching for this issue. Couldn't find out, so I just retired it. I got banned from fucking conspiracy for I don't know what. That's crazy that you got banned from that subreddit. That's literally insane, actually. Of all subreddit, you feel like they'd accept anything. It's literally called r/conspiracy. That should be your own conspiracy. Why did you get banned? What did you uncover? But mainly for my server stuff, like for my hardware, I go to server drive stats to get a lot of information on good hard drives. Funny enough, I'm using 3 terabyte Western Blue digital hard drives. For fatigue. They are considered anything 3 terabyte format in Western digital format drive is considered the worst performing hard drives. They're terrible. They have high failure rate. This shit has been running for 6 years still. Oh yeah, I know. I think it's called someone on their. I think I called someone on their TDS BS and bam, that makes sense. Actually, if you challenge anyone in their echo chamber, they will get mad and ban you from the internet. So I have Western Blue digital, not NAS drives, not CM. I think they're not even CMR. I think that's the biggest argument for Western Digital. They got worse than Seagate. Seagate's actually great. I love Seagate. I think that's who I pretty much run now. I can't remember. I don't remember what's in my true NAS server anymore. Western Digital is gotten better, but they don't use SMR anymore. I think they switched from SMR to CMR drives, or it's vice versa. I can't remember which one. It's been a minute. But this is actually a great stat. They have really good information. A solid as fuck Seagate is asshole. I don't know, man. The other one, I think Seagate. This is the one that I was contemplating getting because of the price point. Their storage, Seagate's storage capacity is great though. I think they have. We are solid as fuck. Seagate is asshole. I would love to get a flash storage server. They're just fucking expensive. Rossman hates Seagate. Rossman hates everything. He's an old man yelling at the cloud, remember. I think I have their Imrolf Pro and in something. What the fuck? Why would you buy this? Why would you buy a waifu? Why would you buy a waifu SSD? Straight up. This is some straight goon material right here. Imagine gooning, having all your goon in material on here. Imagine having to do a warranty for that too. And they're like, there's a bunch of goon on here. Got a bunch of gooning material. That's the thing is like Seagate's good. And then what's the other one? There's another one that this is like the only flash storage I would want to get though. It's by Asus. Asus? No, Austinator. Austinator, that's what it is. Austor. Man, I'm really retarded. I would pay for this. There's zero purpose for me to pay for that, like get something like this. You know what I mean? In my house, you know what I mean? Like I'm not doing shit where I need this kind of performance. Like, but I would like to do this and then this. I would love to do this and then a Steam cache server for downloading. It'd just be cool. I like to test shit. You know what I'm saying? And I could put all my games on here and game from it if I wanted to. You could set up like net, like where you put all your games on here and flash storage, load them all from there. Completely possible. I forget what it's called. It's like net something. Net boot. That's what it is. I'm retarded. Use a room server with your Windows, Mac, Android device to stream music stored on your NAS. Pirate stuff. Pirate music, guys. It's got Wake on LAN. I mean, the ultimate live streaming tool. You could definitely stream, of course. Astro Live, your own streaming and backup center for YouTube and Twitch? Huh. Oh, there's a built-in live streaming tool. That's kind of cool. I imagine the ability to do this. I personally would not use their software. I would put TrueNAS on there. I love TrueNAS. I just started getting into TrueNAS recently, and it was great. But back to this point. Buzzkill. Onion available. So Buzzkill is a way that you can shred your cubes in Cubes OS. They work together. It's pretty cool. Very useful security tool. It's like $130. They kind of go over like the way to do it. Techler review. Warrant Canary. DEF CON mentioned. And it's 3D printable. It's 3D printable. I think he gives like all the like the ways to do this. Like you can just build it yourself or you can just buy it. We don't update in this bitch. Updates are for pussies. Yeah, you can get it. The kit, I think. Unfortunately, no. Can we purchase via Bitcoin? Does he respect our privacy? I think there's a way you can buy this with Monero. I think it's from I think it's Privacy Shop. Privacy Pro Shop. It seems like a federal site. NeoMail is an anonymous and optionally encrypted. That's crazy. Optionally encrypted email service over the locator that hides your real IP address from email headers. See the instructions here. $9.69. Wow. LokiNet VPN. Loki exit node access code. An anonymous VPN. Use the internet anonymously with the Loki exit nodes. Fast nodes, US, Canada, and the Netherlands. Depreciated hardware, not cheap VMs. Dedicated hardware. Damn. What's his hate against VMs? Wow. This man understands email. Anonymous purchase renewal. Do you back up my emails? No, we won't. We only back up system configs. I lost my PGP. I just love these. I love these sites. Because you know someone's buying this. Just get Tutanota or Proton. There you go. I paid with Tutanota with Monero in the beginning. I never gave him any information right off rip. Probably the best experience I've ever had. It did take him like 24 hours to approve my account though. I think it's under KYC me not. The ADHD is really kicking in. Because I smoked big doinkies. So KY not. Oh, he got a new design. My man. I thought this shit was gonna look old. After almost 3 months of work, we've completed a redesign of KY9CW, more modern and with many new features. Boo! Everything still works with JavaScript available. If you enable JavaScript, you'll get some nice to have features like lazy loading, smooth page transitions, but nothing essential requires it. Nice. Let's disable JavaScript, guys. There we go. And it still looks nice. See, you do not need JavaScript for everything to look nice. Wow, this looks really good. Apply. Oh, that's my filters. Add service. Welcome back. Login suggests new service. Create account. Oh, you can create an account anonymously. CryptoStorm. So, this is where I generally go. To find certain websites that I want to use. Like, this is how I get sites that accept Monero. And they have a score, they have a rating, a score, a KYC level. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory. What are you doing online that people would care enough to spy on you? Nothing. I think everyone should still have the right to privacy. Just kind of like, why do you have blinds on your windows? Why do you have, why do you sit in a stall in a bathroom and close the door? We all know you're taking a shit. It's not about also people caring to spy on me. It's companies literally spying on you and selling your data. I mean, you're literally a gold mine. Your information is worth tons. Whether you think that it is or not is, that's your discretion to think that. You can think that you're not important until you become a target for advertising, you become a target for hacking, you could become a target for XYZ. Bro, that's a dumb as if you don't have anything to hide, you don't need any privacy. Yeah, I think even if you have nothing to hide, you deserve privacy. Just like free speech. Free speech requires laws to protect it, and that's fine. And even if you have nothing to say, you still are entitled to free speech. I think free speech is a fundamental core principle of society. Just like privacy. Without privacy, I don't think you have free speech. I think unless you can think privately, you can be privately. Your speech also does not exist. Free speech doesn't exist then. Just like any other right, I think privacy is probably fundamentally the most important right, in my opinion. So digital goods is really good because cloud storage, they give you options to buy stuff. This is how I bought Tuda. They show you the price, tell you how much in stock. You have to pay in euros. It's pretty awesome. I like them. There's this actually like really cool thing right here. None of these again are sponsors or like affiliations. I just like them. True that OG to that OG GNU. Yeah, I mean, I get why people think that nothing like your privacy doesn't matter because we're so used to everything being online and like, oh, I got nothing to hide. But that's like a framing that's instilled in us by corporate surveillance, advertisers, law enforcement, you name it. Anyone who doesn't value you as the individual or value as a person with free thought and private thought. Like, imagine you walking down the street. My question is to when people have this thought process, what are you doing online that people care enough to spy on you? The thing is, imagine if you were approached and in society and they're like, your thoughts are no longer yours. They will be publicly displayed. We will all know what you're thinking. You would be like baffled. You'd be fucking paranoid. You wouldn't think. You wouldn't like it. If your thoughts were monitored. You know what I mean? We all know everyone has thoughts. We all know people think. But we don't ask them on a consistent basis of like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? You know? No one does that. That'd be insane. And you can lie because you know your thoughts aren't being read. That's the thing. And because they're not being read and because they can't, they're private at the end of the day. We all know you have them. It doesn't mean they're good. It doesn't mean they're bad. They just exist. But you wouldn't want those to be exposed because you might feel different. Like when your boss passes by and you're like, my boss is fucking retarded. Which is probably a fair thought. Your boss could be retarded. You could really hate it doesn't mean you have to be a dick to them. You have to live and work in corporate society in America. I mean, I literally work with people. I deal with people that I do not fucking like all the time. Nothing mean in a mean way. It's just like sometimes working people and like outside of work people are two different types of people. You could like someone outside of work, and then the second you both clock in, you're like, I do not like this person. They suck. They can exist the same time. It's kind of crazy. So there's this cool thing called private storage. They're very interesting. I highly recommend people go check it out. Obviously, don't buy something you don't read. But they're a very interesting concept. They do storage time, something called storage time and anonymity. You buy storage. It's really cool. Man, you're really talking to my inner thoughts. Yeah, I think this is something that a lot of people have thoughts about. When I want to start an end chain with my friends for the LOs, I don't want people charging me with hate speech. Sure. I personally wouldn't be doing that type of chain, but again, like it's all about context. Like I have very close friends that I make jokes with I would never make with another human being. You know what I mean? Like I would never make, because that'd be fucked up and rude. You know, just because I'm an advocate of free speech and I think people have the right to say certain stuff, I don't think you should have you being a dick to people for no reason or saying mean stuff for no reason is sure, it's whatever. So privacy is, it is. And again, context matters. If I'm having a discussion with someone about a very sensitive topic, like I don't like, this is something I do not like on nah bro self-host. If you can, or encrypt if you got to use public, and hope nation states haven't broke AS. You're good. Anything you put in a chat, I want you to. So I'm going to touch on uncommon sense AUS's comment. I'm going to comment on that in 1 second. But to be on the contextual part, I do not like on YouTube, and I do not like on social media, where we have to censor our words to make to appease the algorithm. Like we have to use the word unalive. I think it demoralizes it. It reduces the risk. It reduces the word, and it takes it away from its actual value. If somebody kills themselves, that sucks. You know, it's their choice. It's whatever. I'm not here to debate whether it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. But the fact that we go into that YouTube and places like Instagram and places like TikTok has conditioned people in real life to say the word unalived instead of just dead, commit suicide, or murdered is absolutely fucking bonkers. We are literally changing the way we speak to people because of the internet in the worst possible way, because I think it takes the seriousness of it and devalues it. Because the word unalived does not sound the same as, hey, I killed myself, or hey, I'm murdered. Like unalive sounds like some shit that I see in a haha funny meme. You know, not to get all Joker dark moment, but I think the internet is truly ruining like speech. Like in a sense, we are lessening the blow. Like I have to say the word PDF file. That's retarded. Remember Sharon said they're going to down prioritize in any. Remember Sharon said they're going to down prioritize any non-authoritarian context. Online censorship is mind control. I'll get to that in a second. But that's my rant. That's like my soapbox rant. I think that streamer is correct. I think the fact that I have to say unalived or grape, it is the retarded. I don't even think it's woke. I'm gonna combat that real quick. It's not woke culture. It's corporate. It's corporate companies want to make the max amount of money. I mean, that's literally what capitalism really is. I want to maximize my profit, and advertisers want family-friendly shit. I don't think it's woke. Like, I don't think it's at all, because there is woke content that keeps the money rolling. There's not there. You know, everybody's woke. I think woke has lost its complete wording, like footing. I think it's overused. That's my personal take. And I think it's just a virtue signal word. Like, there are shit that we should be aware of that is probably problematic. Like, I'm not going to go out, like me, I'm not really a social person in public all the time. It does not mean I'm going to be rude to somebody for no reason. If I do, self-censorship is ingrained, and if you can't speak freely, you can't think clearly. Like, I don't think we're, it's like, you know, woke issues. Because there's nothing wrong with looking at something and adjusting your views later. I don't think there's anything wrong with being like looking in the mirror and being like, hey, maybe this is insensitive. Maybe I'm being the dick. Maybe this is something that I don't need to have an opinion on. Any tips on opsec for the super paranoid? Get off the internet. That's my personal. I can go over that in a second. I'm not probably the best person to ask on everything, because I think that it's the real answer is get off the internet. But I think that there are things in life that you probably don't believe in. Like 15 years ago, you might have had an opinion about something, and then 15 years later, you're like, you know what? That was actually a stupid opinion to have, which is completely fine. That's you being woke. You're woke to the idea that was a bad idea. Like that's what really woke meant. Like you became self-aware of something. I remember like when this was like somewhat of a hipster word, and people were like, "Hey, I'm kind of woke to the idea that poor people exist and people are going to do drugs, and that kind of sucks. And how can we solve this? Like, how can we fix this? Well, making drugs illegal hasn't worked. Let's solve it." So I'm woke to the idea that, I'm sensitive to understand that, people that I'm talking about the toxic movement towards like woke. No, I know what you mean. I get what you're saying, and I completely understand. Like, I understand what you're saying. The idea where they are censoring our speech based on very sensitive subjects that do not need to be censored is completely too far woke. Like, where it's out of this world. Like, this isn't like a normal thing. Like, we shouldn't be changing our language to the word to grape and PDF file, because again, it demoralizes it. It makes it a non-issue, and you're putting it in a light tone. Like, yeah, you're a pedophile, and you deserve to be labeled as such, not as a fucking file format. But because people's reach gets fucking stopped by YouTube, I see what they're doing, but it's just contributing to it. But, I digress. So, tips on OPSEC, read the Nihilist OPSEC blog. And then there's the OPSEC, the Darknet Market Bible that you can read. It's very good. It's filled with char-free. I would read those two things, because you got to first find out what your threat model is, and if you don't know what your threat model is, then there's going to be no goal. You need a threat model and you need a goal. What are you trying to hide from? What is your threat model? What is your goal? Go to any authoritarian content. Online censorship is mind control. So back to, where was I? Privacy is paramount. It's contextual. If you can encrypt, you gotta use public. So back to my. I'm gonna touch on the encryption thing, and on uncommon sense. If it's public, you yourself are in a public chat, even if it's encrypted. It is not anonymous. It is public. You should treat it public. You should treat that it can always leak to you. Well, if you're trying to hide from 3-letter agencies, you should probably get off YouTube. No memes. No memes. You should not be on the internet. There's no good OPSEC for you. Get off the internet. That's the best advice. I mean, literally, if you're worried about 3-letter agencies, that's actually like should be your least problem. They generally can be thwarted with like good laws and just knowing your rights. And it depends on what country you're in. But back to uncommon sense. Point. If you are having a conversation in, say, like on these YouTube channels, like when you leave a comment, that is technically anyone can read it, anyone can screenshot it. Nah, still planning. Well, you don't need to plan. You need to get off the internet. If you have good, oh no, I meant I have to. If you have to use G Drive, OneDrive. Oh, I thought you meant like this is a common thing, like where people, like a good example of this is Daniel McKay had a conversation with Louis Rossmann that was private. Louis Rossmann took that conversation and made it public. Like, I'm not here to say if I agree or disagree with it, but it became public. You know what I mean? Even if you have a private conversation, you should treat it that it's going to be public. It could be public. You could fall out with that person. Their phone could get hacked. Their shit could get leaked. I mean, treat every conversation you have with someone, even if it's in Signal, even if it's in Telegram, even unless there's disappearing messages actively on, everything is public. And then even then, I still think you should treat it as public, even with disappearing messages. It still could be leaked. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. You know. That's just my point. But yes, if you use G Drive, OneDrive, Mega, encrypt your stuff. Use Cryptomator. Cryptomator is great. Now miss monitoring. Also, like, try to link little to no information about you to yourself. I mean, that's not really hard. The problem is people in this space get super paranoid and they think they need to be Edward Snowden. If you think you need to be Edward Snowden, please exit this chat, this stream, and touch grass. Please. Just touch grass. You're not doing anyone a favor. You're not even doing yourself a favor. You're like making it worse for yourself and society. My general advice to people and is when they're that worried, get off the internet. But reasonably, there's only a few things you need to do. So cool. I gotta remember to bookmark that. Yes, which would be the wise thing to do, which I constantly make the mistake of doing the opposite side. Look. I wish I had a whiteboard. The problem is you're fucked because KYC with everything. There's no, come on, quit capping. Passkey sites. Didn't it ever happen to you getting that worried? No. Not even in the beginning. Because I came with a reasonable sound mind that I'm not trying to hide from law enforcement. I'm trying to hide from, look, I've never, ever been like, I need to hide from the three-letter agencies. That's not, if I did, I would not get on the internet. I literally just, look at the conviction rate of the feds. They don't need much to get you convicted. At all, by the way. They do not. Now, what I did worry about is putting my I worried more about putting my time into something that has no return. That is my true worry. My true worry is putting my energy and my time into a product that is literally doing nothing. That's what you should be more worried about. You should be worried about putting your time, your money, and your energy into a software solution that's telling you something and is not doing what it says it's going to do. That's the real problem, because then it's a false sense of security. And when you have a false sense of security, then you are literally putting yourself at risk and you're doing all this fucking work for nothing. But right here, passkeys directory. It's beautiful. All listings. It is an entire directory that tells you, like, banks. I'm surprised they support Tor. That's crazy. Huh. Let's go to standard. It's not a big deal. Right here, passkey support. It tells you everything that has passkey support. No 2FA via SMS. This is a very good website. Bitwarden, BMW, Bolt. Banks need to get on their fucking shit. Cash App. Fucking CVS. Data Pack. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Deutsche Telekom. T-Mobile. You know, the German version. Discord. So passkey support is this. Now, passkeys are not, this is a problem. It's a passwordless login credential that allows you to sign in at websites and using biometric authentication like fingerprint. Think of your phone. And then there's this is a more secure way of doing this, of logging into stuff. You don't need a password. It's programmed in Rust. $30. The shipping is more expensive than the product. Passwordless login. There's the protect online accounts with two-factor authentication. There's something called dongle auth. Me? No. I got the hiccups. Which I don't know why. Should be booing. Yeah, I'm good. You okay, bro? Bless you and shit. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. Cut. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So there's a list of websites that show you like what has dongle support. Yeah, I do be the hiccups, dog. They came out of nowhere. How do I get rid of them? Which is crazy. Is some of these fucking billion-dollar fucking banks, these retards, don't even have dongle support. They don't have 2FA support via. Just don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Don't think about it. They don't have they literally don't have support for hardware authentication, and that's a shame. Like that's, you should be embarrassed as a company to not even have this. This is such a from what I understand, this is such an easy integration. He's been choked by an AFA. Yeah, guys, they got me. I've exposed too much. The shape-shifting reptilians are attempting to mind control him. That's truly the funniest. That is one of the funniest. That and Bigfoot. Just all these sites that don't support dongle support. It kind of sucks. All these banks. Very sad. Very honestly, very sad that Chase doesn't. Dongle. Two-factor authentication dongles, like hardware authentication, is super secure. It's something to think about. So Nitro Key, amazing. There's Only Key. Both of these are open source options. It's supposed to do something called WebAuth 2. WebAuth is very interesting. Like all this is like very like you have to like go kind of like understand it. Passkey generation, pretty much it creates a pair. What's your technical background, if you don't mind me asking? Reading, honestly. I don't work in tech. I just got long story short, I bought a laptop, had Windows on it a long time ago. It was like the last amount of money I had. I needed a laptop for something. Long story, but didn't fucking work because Windows was so slow and bloated. I went into an online forum like how to speed up my laptop, found Linux by accident, installed it, never went back. Then that was led me to self-hosting, and self-hosting came out of like just me being cheap and a few other reasons, but that's essentially what it boiled down to. And then after that, I just naturally fell down the privacy and security rabbit hole, kind of by accident. Web authentication passkeys are built on web auth standards, a web API that enables websites to integrate into the strong authentication mechanisms. Essentially, this makes it harder to phish because it's authentically tied to this website. You know, if this was the website, cross-platform compatibility is kind of not really good right now, to be honest. Soft versus hard. I mean, this is a pretty good understanding of how it works. Very awesome to use. I highly recommend people get a YubiKey or an open one key or any key, Nitro key, passkey. Passkeys are great. You can use them for email encryption, secure login, encrypted mobile storage, hard disk and file encryption with PGP. That does exist. You can do it for server administration with SSH. I got to bounce. Thanks for the stream. Please leave it up or re-add the video to the. Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you. Complete USB plug. No backdoor NSA. It's open source. Plausible deniability. Easy integration. Very sustainable. Very expensive on the shipping though. Fuck them on that. You know, that's just a German thing though. Anytime you buy something from Germany, you're fucking like getting raped. But stuff like this is super good for securing your accounts. Nitro does TOTP. They do TOP. They have authentication key for TOTP. Yes, not mobile like YubiKey. So if you need mobile, you have to use YubiKey. It is proprietary. It's not open source. Something to keep in mind. But their price point is really good across the board. I mean, $50. I say buy two. Personally, they have a web app. I think that they have not a web app. They have an app that you can use. So always keep that in mind when you're looking at securing your accounts. Whiteboard online. But back to what I was originally doing. UBC5 also does challenge response. Yeah. There's literally they're all great tools. I just want to go more open source personally. Yeah, whatever, consent. I don't care. So this is an easy. Yeah, you need two because if you lose one, you're fucked. Yeah, keep that in mind. If you lose one, you are fucked. Oof. Big F on that one. So let's think of opsec. We're just gonna do that as opsec, and then we're gonna put this as DC. Don't care. Like it's not a big deal. Your first and last name. Oh. Ooh. Block this request. Okay, really leaving now. Nice stream, bro. Respect. Respect. Thanks. Appreciate it, man. You have a good night. Stay safe. So opsec and then don't care. Like not an issue. First and last name, you want that to be opsec. You never want to repeat that. So like obviously put don't make an alias. We're going to put A for alias, ALI. Time of day, like there's certain stuff that you can say like don't care, like alias, not a big deal that you give that out, but make them different. Like you want to make them completely non-related to each other. You want to generate these like alias names almost like out of thin air, nothing related to you as a person, because this can leak quote unquote metadata that's about you. Like if I use, say on XYZ, like if I use big fat balls 69 as my Xbox profile handle for 10 years, and then I go over and I started like an online market and I put balls big 96, those correlate kind of to each other to a certain degree. That is a correlation because it bridges one more gap into you, who you are as a person. So I tell people, if like they care about opsec, you want to make almost a separate identity, and you can kind of do that. You can do fake. You could do this. This is a real website. Generate random name, fake name generator. if it lets me. Fake life, fake identity. I think this is the site. So this is like a good way to create a fake identity, quote unquote fake, like an online. This could be helping. Like obviously, be careful because you don't know what this is collecting and if it's saved or not. You know what I mean? So obviously, take it with a grain of salt. What they might and might not do. So you could randomly generate identity. Random. Cameron Head. None of this is real, but they even have like a fake SSN, which I don't know why the fuck you would do that. Geo coordinates, phone number, birthday, all this down. Are you a Capricorn? This email address can be real, actually. Username, password, website, rocketdrink.com. I don't know why that. It's weird. Your finance, your all this information you can just generate. Logged in users can. Oh my god, Google Plus. This is website. Man, please don't delete this stream. I will study this like a school class. Oh, of course not. I would never. I'll never delete my VODs unless I say something crazy. But like this kind of site can help you with ideas on how to create an online identity. And the online identity you need to keep completely separate. This is where CubesOS can kind of come in from a good opsec perspective, because you fundamentally, with CubesOS, you can separate everything by color, what you trust, what you don't trust, and how to maintain that anonymity. You can even keep this in tails. You can do this all very random. Like you can pick different parts, like Victor, keep the name Victor, and then generate. You can even do advance. You can get it kind of specific, like, and then just keep hitting generate until you find the perfect person. So like, this is just like, thank you, man. You're the best. I appreciate it. No, thank you, man. Thank you for stopping. You're the best. Stopping by. You're the best. Yeah, man. So let's just take this into perspective. So Douglas. So I'm going to take the name Douglas and then cycle west. And then like just random information and build this profile of this person, and then kind of learn how to use it. Kind of like you want to, the best way to act, learn like how to improv like on the fly, besides like improv classes, is actually going out, go to a bar, go to a city you're never going to meet these people again, and lie. Make up a complete identity, but hold yourself to it, like to the T. Come up with a name, an occupation, where you're from, what you do. Come up with a shtick, like a person, and become that identity. Obviously, be careful because you don't want to fucking consume that. Like, don't be a piece of shit while doing this. But it teaches you how to build a facade online and how to have a separate personality. So when you do go online, you know, like when people ask you, oh, where are you from? Oh, what do you do? Oh, what's your background? Oh, this is it. Like it just fluently happens. That's a good thing to do because it separates you from your IRL identity that you want to protect. And you don't want to use I tell girls I'm definitely not autistic. Does that count? No, they know. Women know now. Women know autism's real. So when you go out in public, and you you have a certain personality that you know how to transform to. It's the same thing with an online identity. When you get into that online identity, you want to, like, that good OPSEC where you doesn't mean you're doing anything illegal, but you're doing things that you don't want to leak to your real personality, like real person, like that's a good skill to pick up, is to actually learn how to flow with your online identity, how to flow with it. You know what I mean? And what do I mean by flow? Well, don't use the same fucking don't use Gmail. Don't use an email that's ever been tied to you. Don't ever use an email that's been tied to even remotely the same IP address or the same geographical location. Don't go to the same coffee shop. Look like a gray person. You want to be a gray man. You want to be as gray as possible. You want to look normal. You don't want to wear tactical. You don't want to try too hard to look like a tourist or a shubi or anything. You just want to look like a normal average person with a laptop that walks into a coffee shop and then goes online, goes on tour or I2P or whatever, does their business and then leaves, and then they don't think about it. People think about people that stand out, whether it be a piercing or a crazy hair color, or you know what I mean, anything you could think of where it makes you look like a unique person. That's what fingerprint on the internet really is. It's like, hey, they are at this coffee shop at this time, all the time, every time, same IP address. They're doing something that we kind of find, a little funny. Let's investigate. Oh, they're using, they're using this operating system. Oh, they're using this. The more you look unique and the more you stand out, the worse it becomes. And how do you stop that? It's complicated. It's a list of stuff. It's layers. And you got to kind of, again, know what your threat model is, know what you're fighting against, know what you're trying to cover up, what you're okay with exposing. There's even a strategy of like false information. Like if people think like, oh, he's an ice cream man, let him think it. Let him go with the flow. Like that's what I'm talking about, playing into a character. When you find that character, play into it. They're like, oh yeah, we know who this person is. They're an ice cream man, and they go to the park every Sunday at like 3 p.m. Let people think that, especially if it's not true. That's just my advice in terms of opsec, is being able to, you're not really trying to convince anyone but everyone else. You're not trying to convince yourself. You're not trying to convince anyone but everyone else. And that's how Ross got caught in that library, if I'm not wrong. He got caught due to a couple things. Bad OPSEC. Using Gmail, like personal email connected to him. He bragged a little too much. He got a little too safe. And then he also tried breaking up a fight. I mean, let's be real. Very insane sting operation. And then they slapped him with a bullshit charge, from what I understand. And he did a long time in prison for just running a drug market. Him being free is crazy, though. He probably never thought that was going to happen. I thought that was never going to happen. I don't like seeing anyone who just has drug charges just rot in prison. You know what I mean? I think that's a waste of taxpayer dollars. I mean, I'm generally against our federal prison system in general, because it's terrible it doesn't rehabilitate people. It just keeps them repeat offenders. He made an advertisement under his own name at the start. Yeah, he was like, his OPSEC was terrible. But it's good for us. We can learn from it. We can learn how to be better. You know what I mean? I don't treat these as L's. I treat them as learning opportunities. Like I've learned a fair amount of OPSEC just by listening to other people and I go by being the dumbest person in the room. I just want to learn. Like I'm like a sponge. I ask a lot of questions. I listen to a lot of people talk. And then I come up with I formulate my own opinions that way. But I do listen a lot. I ask a lot. I'm like a 5-year-old. I ask a lot of questions. People probably get annoyed because of it, but I don't care. That's how you learn, is asking questions and reading. RTFM can only get you so far if you don't understand it. And I do agree that RTFM is important. Like read the fucking manual and maybe you'll understand, but stuff like this, you have to like really ask a lot of questions, because you could be, fed the wrong information. Or it could be outdated, or it could be wrong. So back to like this point is stuff that you don't care about, stuff that you want people to know. That's like definitely right is going to be in this realm. Like say like your hobbies. It doesn't really matter. People know your hobbies. It could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. What you want in your like darknet personality. I have to go now. I'll watch this from the start again. Love and peace. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Have fun at school. Appreciate you stopping by. You have a wonderful afternoon. Always appreciated. So like that's like generally like the most important part is to know what you want in your darknet person, and then what you want in your just regular normal life that you don't care about people knowing. And that's pretty much like the perspective that I take. But it is 1 a.m. and I am greened out. So guys, I will end the stream and I will be back tomorrow and we'll do more whiteboard stuff. I should get just a real